Hi there, March Madness is still very much a thing here at Grinkmeyer Leonard Financial. I'm Valerie Leonard, co-founder and financial advisor, and I have a special message for all of you aggressive investors out there who are itching to get into this market and who have the tolerance to stomach a lot of the volatility that we've been seeing. It's Friday evening. I have been poring over charts ever since the market closed. I've gotten a lot of phone calls this week from clients and from prospective clients who have cash, and they're saying, hey, what should I be buying and when should I be buying it? And so I wanted to give you 5 tips that you can follow to help build or to reorganize your investment portfolio and hopefully navigate this crazy market that we have been seeing due to the coronavirus and due to everything going on with oil prices and the financial institutions that are struggling to have liquidity right now. So here's 5 tips that I have for you. The very first tip is one that has been around for a long time, and it is a strategy called dollar cost averaging. So I don't think we have seen the bottom of this market yet. I do think that there is potentially more room for this market to fall. We saw the first hedge fund go belly up today, which shows that there's weakness in the market still. We've seen the number of unemployment claims have risen substantially. Over 250,000 people in New York have logged on to the unemployment website. And that shows us that people are being laid off, they're losing their jobs. We've seen that locally here in Birmingham, and I've seen it throughout the entire country. So we are definitely in for some real economic damage and some pain. So I think there's further room for this market to fall. So when you go to invest your cash, you don't want to try to time this market. Every study that I have ever read just basically shows us that investors typically time the market wrong. And so it doesn't make sense to put all your cash to work all at once. What I would encourage you to do is take your cash and pick a period of time that you're comfortable with and say, hey, I'm going to put cash to work on these dates over this period of time. And that way you're buying more shares when the market is low. You may be buying more shares when the market's a little bit higher, but overall you're somewhere in the range of where you need to be, hopefully. So dollar cost averaging is a strategy that is time tested. It doesn't always work in every single circumstance, but for most situations it can work. A lot of people do get lucky sometimes, but studies show that you would have to be lucky 70 to 80% of the time in order to have a winning portfolio when trying to time the market. So the statistics work against you when it comes to market timing. The next thing I would encourage you to do is buy high quality companies. So look for companies that have lots of cash, they pay good dividends, they have low debt, they've got good leadership, their products and services continue to change the world, and they're going to be in demand because those are the types of companies that probably have the highest potential for coming back when this market rebounds. And so you want to own those companies that make sense. The third tip I'll give you is only buy things that are logical. If you don't understand the company, if you don't know much about it, don't buy it. There's just no point. You need to buy something that you can understand, that you can get behind, and ultimately something that you would buy that product or service yourself and you would use it, because that shows that there's probably a demand for it. The next tip, number 4, is make sure you diversify. Now, I believe that you shouldn't diversify out to mediocrity, meaning you shouldn't own so many things that you can't make much money. So depending on the amount of money you're investing with, I would buy, a number of investments that work together and that are strategic with your long-term goals in mind and your risk tolerance in mind, and I can help you with that. So that brings us to tip number 5. Most of the clients that I work with are very, very busy people, and they're all highly intelligent. It's not that they couldn't figure the stock market out if they wanted to. It's just that they either don't want to or they don't have the time. So you may be sitting at home right now looking at this market saying, wow, I'm at home and I'm quarantined and I got a little bit of time to play around with this thing. But think about when you go back to work, what's going to happen then? I would love to build a portfolio for you. I've been doing this for nearly 2 decades, and I would love the opportunity to talk to you about what your needs are, what your goals are, and help you build something strategic that's going to last and that's hopefully going to stand the test of time. So give me a call, and I would look forward to hearing from you guys. Hope you have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.